think it's time to start our webinar. Very good afternoon once again, and a very warm welcome to all the participants to be here in this webinar on GreenCo rating system, pursue green, become globally competitive. Myself, my name is Arun Victor Paul Raj from CIA Godrej Green Business Center, and I will be the presenter for today's session. So regarding this webinar, like participants will be able to see my presentation, hear my voice, but they will not be able to ask any questions. But they will be able to type their questions in the questions tab any point of time during the presentations. We encourage participants to ask questions, but at the same time we request them to keep it at the end of the session. And so let me start now with the session now. So to begin with, I will give a brief introduction about our organization. And today the whole webinar will be focusing on the green company rating system. And before going into the green company rating system, I'll briefly explain what is the background behind the rating, how it was developed, what was the intent, and then I will introduce you the GreenCo concept, and then tell you about the rating framework, the applicability, how it is going to drive business excellence when company adopts the rating, and then what are the benefits for the companies. And also I would like to show a few case studies indicating the trends from the companies who are adopting the emerging green practices. So this will be the entire flow of my webinar here. So to begin with, I am from office. I am from this office, CII Soraji Godrej Green Business Center. So this is our office. CII has many centers of excellence all over the India, and our center of excellence in Hyderabad, we basically focus on all the activities like green buildings, energy efficiency, water management, waste management, greenhouse gas inventorization mitigation, renewable energy, environment management, climate change activities. So our expertise lies with all the environment related activities. We are Center of Excellence of CIA for environment. And the office which you are seeing here is the place where I am right now sitting. And our center is a green building which has received the prestigious LEED Platinum rating in 2003. It is the Leadership in Energy and Environment Design Platinum rating by USGBC. This was the first platinum rated green building outside of the USA and third in the world. So this center was inaugurated by His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the then President of India, on July 14, 2004. So this is about my organization. And what is our vision? Before the start of the GreenCo rating, telling about the GreenCo rating, I would like to tell about our vision. Our vision from the Center of Excellence is India should become one of the global leaders in terms of green businesses by 2022. Why 2022 is because India's 75th year of independence is in that year. So by that year, we want to demonstrate ourselves, our country, to be one of the global leaders in terms of green businesses. This is our vision. And before going into the GreenCo rating system, I would like to clarify one point here itself, that the green company rating system is different from the green building concept. Because there is a lot of confusion happening between the green building concept and the green company concept. It is a completely different concept. Basically, green buildings ratings are there on those concepts focus on the building part, the design part, how they are designed to reduce the overall impact on the environment, on the human health, and it deals with the efficiently using energy, water, and other resources, protecting the occupant health and improving the employee productivity. But the green company rating system is a very holistic framework to evaluate companies on their environment performance. In short, it measures how green is a company. That is, how greener is a company, how greener are their operations, their services, their products, their activities, and more. It is completely a unique framework. It's a highly performance-oriented framework. And a significant weightage is given for the performance of the company, what the company has achieved in terms of results. And the green company rating system strives to make a company a world-class green company. Here, a plant or a facility is individually dealt with how they perform in the terms of day-to-day operations. So by adopting the system, the company has to perform and achieve world-class status in most of the parameters to reach the highest rating level. So we will see more details about this framework during the presentation. Then we will be able to better appreciate how it drives excellence, how it is different. So before going into the GreenCo, we'll briefly go into the background of the rating system. So how it came up. As you all know, India is striving, is a developing country and is striving towards a higher growth rate, and industries play a major role in achieving a higher growth rate. And when we pursue a higher growth rate, we use enormous amount of resources. So there is a need for companies to use resources optimally by adopting better environment management practices to reduce their emissions and discharges. So towards realizing this objective, CIA in the year 2008 launched a mission called Mission on Sustainability Growth. So here in this mission, what we did is like we start voluntary commitments of companies at very top level to come forward and then commit themselves voluntarily for better utilization of the resources and have a better environment management. So this initiative got an excellent response. More than 552 signatories were there to this mission. And so what we did in this mission is we prepared a code. We call it the CIA Code for Ecological Sustainable Business Growth. And it was developed to involve top management of the companies and seek voluntary commitments. So participating companies committed themselves to reduce these 10 commandments which have been shown here, reducing the specific consumption of energy, water, and other natural resources, and promote the ecologically sustainable growth in their companies. So participating companies committed, and then what they did is like they did a corporate-wide inventory of their greenhouse gas emissions. They set aggressive reduction targets in terms of resource consumptions, and we also sought the data from the companies like what they have implemented. So when we saw the results, various companies have done a lot of projects. They have taken a lot of initiatives in their organizations, and we tried to see what were reductions in the impact in terms of emissions, and we saw in around 60 to 70 companies, there were an annual reduction in emissions to the tune of 8,60,000 tons of CO2. And not only reduction in the emission, there were substantial saving in terms of rupees 1,802 million rupees per annum. So this was the outcome of the CIA Mission on Sustainable Growth. So what happened is like the signatories delivered a concrete and measurable results. We also found some of the projects and the best practices could be replicated at a reasonable cost, and the benefits were far outstripping the investments. So what happened is like this clearly gave an indication that when companies invest time and money in going green, there are substantial savings achieved, and this proved the fact that green makes business sense. So then what industry leaders and champions felt that, okay, companies have done a lot of good work independently. They have implemented a lot of projects. They are reducing their energy consumptions, their water consumptions. They are doing setting up renewable energy projects. But companies which have done well, which have done a really good work, there was no mechanism existing in place to recognize those companies who have done really well, and there were no motivation for the companies. So, and there was also no clear direction for the companies, which are the areas companies should focus when it comes to environmental sustainability. So, and moreover, the companies were not able to see themselves. Okay, they have achieved something, but how far they have achieved, and what more is there to achieve? So, companies were not able to see. So, and companies were also not able to see does their investments has resulted in savings or financial benefits. So what are the outcomes of their initiatives? So there was no proper framework, and companies were not able to compare themselves with others, how better they are within the organization or outside the organization or among the competitors. So in order to cut all these sectorial barriers and the challenge of how to reach the global levels also, so the idea came out like we will develop a rating system for companies. So it's so that is how the GreenCo rating system has been developed, and it was basically a suggestion from the industry, suggestion by the members of the industry. So now we will see about what is GreenCo rating system. So GreenCo rating system has been launched with the support of all the stakeholders, and it is a holistic framework for the companies to evaluate their environmental performance, basically how green is the company, and it provides the leadership and guidance to the companies on how to make the products, their services, their operations green, basically how to become a world-class green plant. And it is not only an evaluating mechanism, it is a mechanism to drive excellence, to drive the growth within the company, to monitor the green initiatives and how the company sustains the green initiative. That is also an important part. Then regarding the applicability of the GreenCo rating system, it is applicable not only a particular set of industries. This has been developed as a framework which can be applied to a manufacturing setup or a service setup. So sector is not a barrier. And it is not a corporate level rating, it is a unit or a facility level based rating. There is a reason behind it, because when the company goes for the evaluation, the operational parameters are dealt with or seen into for evaluation. So corporate level rating will not truly reflect the performance of individual company, and it cannot help in driving the performance of the company. So it is purposefully kept as a unit or facility level rating. And with respect to the rating system, we try to see whether there are already such systems existing in the world, but we found that such kind of comprehensive and unique rating system is not available elsewhere, and hence we say it is some sort of first of its kind in the world. So we are doing something for the Indian industry, and this has been looked for by several international organizations also, how this is going to perform in India. And our intent with respect to the GreenCo rating is that to make Indian companies globally competitive, and to make companies credible green companies, and importantly provide green image, and how to show the leadership in the green. And so in short, our aspiration is to improve the performance, build the competitiveness, reduce the cost, and then provide green image. So in short, our aspiration is to add value and improve the performance of the company through this framework. And how it was developed, the development of the rating system is very transparent. Over a period of 1 year it was developed. It was a very transparent rating system. It involved extensive consultation of the stakeholders, and from the consensus of from the industry, from the various sector-specific experts. So it was developed, and it is also evolving. It undergoes continuous improvement also year after year. So this is how the system has been developed. And regarding the approach of the system, GreenCo rating is very unique in its approach. So when a company goes for a evaluation, the approach for evaluating rating a company is like a higher focus of weightage, as I said earlier, is given for the results achieved by the company. Okay. So this is how we say that this framework is driving the companies towards excellence. So really, when a company is performing, they will be getting a higher reward. But systems are also important in inside a company to sustain to whatever achievements have been done. So equally, 30% of the weightage has been given to the leaderships and the people and the stakeholder involvement and the kind of management systems whatever existing in the company. So 30% of the weightage has been given to the system part, and the 70% of the weightage is given to the actions done by the company, what the company has achieved and what impacts it has created. So this is very unique. This is something different from the ISO management systems. Having management systems helps, in fact, it is adding value when a company goes for the GreenCo rating system. It is a purely performance driving framework. So when a company goes for evaluation, basically the framework has been modeled based on 1,000 points totally, and so minimum company has to get 350 points to get the certified, to reach the certified level, and we say that the company has to meet all the standards and all the legal compliances. That is the baseline. And there are certain mandatory requirements also. Then over above, how the company is performing. So depending upon the evaluation, whatever points the company is getting, the company goes up higher the ladder. So the bronze, the silver, the gold, and platinum. So the bottom 3 levels are not very tough. It is somewhat easier to achieve, but the top 2, 3 levels are tougher to achieve. So when a company has achieved gold rating, means we can say that the company is comparable to one of the best plant in the national level. And if a company is able to get a platinum level, means we can say that the company is one of the comparable to any global plant. It's world-class plant. So that is how this framework has been designed. So company moves from meeting standards and requirements to exemplary performance in all the resource consumption parameters. So, and the basic framework of the GreenCo rating system has been, as I said, it is based upon 1,000 points. So these are the parameters what we evaluate within a company. There are totally 10 parameters and 1,000 points. So each parameter has given a set of weightage, like energy efficiency, water conservation, renewable energy, GHG reduction, waste management, material conservation, material recycling, recyclables, green supply chain, the product stewardship, life cycle assessment, and there are some other concepts involving green buildings, green belt. So they total got 10 parameters. The 7th and 8th, 9th parameter are the emerging trends. So what we try to see, these concepts are being emerging in India. So we expect a lot of development to happen in these areas. And then so coming to the after the framework, so through this framework, what a company is going to get. So how it is going to drive the performance of the company. So that is what we are going to see here. And so through this GreenCo framework, we see that companies are driven towards world-class energy efficiency. So to achieve the status of the lowest specific energy consumer in the world. So the framework has been modeled to this concept. So when a company adopts this framework, automatically the company is driven towards this direction. So we evaluate in terms of the management systems and also in terms of the performance. We see how the company is benchmarking, how the energy performance is being monitored, how the company is benchmarking at national level and global level, what is the reduction in the specific energy trends, So everything we see, and then all these things drive a company towards the world-class energy efficiency that is becoming the lowest specific energy consumer in the world with respect to its product. And the second thing is the GreenCo drives the company towards becoming water positive. First becoming water neutral and then water positive. Water positive is basically provides a roadmap to implement water management activities both within the fence and beyond the fence, and then gradually move towards the water positive status. That is, whatever water, fresh water you are consuming, you are augmenting or giving back more water than what you are consuming. That is the water positive. And then the third thing is the GHG mitigation. How a company is going to achieve the carbon neutral status. Okay, for a very energy intensive sectors, becoming carbon neutral is not very easy. It is a tough task. But our aim is to how to achieve the carbon neutral, provide a roadmap for the company to achieve the carbon neutral status. Gradually, for intensive sectors, the percentage might be not, it is not comparable. For different sectors, it has been framed differently. So clearly how company can work towards the carbon neutral strategies, that is our approach. And then the third thing is the waste management, how companies are going to achieve the zero waste status in terms of better solid waste management, better liquid waste management, and their emissions. So in terms of solid waste management, our approach is to become a zero waste to landfill, to achieve a zero waste to landfill status. And then in terms of the liquid waste management, how a company becomes a zero discharge plant. And in terms of emissions, all the emission levels, apart from the CO2 emission, all the other air polluting components, how they are far below the environment norms. So these are the drivers through this through this concept. And the fifth concept is the material conservation, recycling. How the company is taking steps to reduce its specific raw material consumption, or it's maybe its consumables or any other packaging material. So whatever materials the company is consuming, how they are reducing their consumptions, and then how companies are having approach towards the recycling and reuse of the materials. So a company has to reduce consistently in terms of its efficiencies, improving its material efficiencies. And the next thing is about the green supply chains. Okay, company are doing a lot of things within their boundary, but how they are collaborating in their value chain, how they are partnering with the suppliers, or how they are doing in terms of their procurement activities, or in terms of logistics, upstream logistics, downstream logistics. So how green a company is, how they are engaging in their value chain, how they are influencing their value chain. So through this approach, we make the companies engage with the entire value chain and think about the cost saving or improvement opportunities by going green. So this is helping to become a green supply chains. And the next thing is the renewable energy. How a company is gradually becoming dependent on the renewable, how it's increasing the use of the renewable power. Okay, right now companies are most of the companies are using the conventional power only. Slowly, companies should have strategies to increase the use of the renewable energy. For energy intensive companies, 100% dependency on renewable energy is not possible at present. But gradually, we have a roadmap to increase the use of the renewable energy. This is where this component is positioned. And for certain sectors, it is our aim is to make completely depend upon the renewable energy over the period of time. For example, we have examples from engineering industries. They become completely dependent on renewable energy. They meet the 100% of their energy needs on renewable. So slowly, we are making the companies self-sustainable through this framework. And the final thing is the product stewardship and the toxicity. How the company is taking care of the products, be it developing eco-friendly products, having the environment-friendly designs on how the company products have less toxicity, or the company process doesn't use any hazardous substances, how the company is taking care of their products after end of the life, how a product is resource efficient during the use of the product. So in those areas, how a company is influencing the consumer behavior. So in the form of a life cycle analysis, we see how a company is taking care of the product responsibly, and what is the approach for the company towards gradual reduction in terms of toxicity or improving the consumption of the resources. So this is the focus in this area. So through the gamut of parameters, we see that completely GreenCo rating is going to drive the excellence within the company. So that is how it is helping the companies. So at present, we'll see what are which are the companies which are working on the GreenCo rating system. So over 100 companies at present are working on the system. So from various sectors, it may be automobile company, from pharma sector, from engineering sector, from chemical companies. So almost all the sectors, from more than 12 sectors, companies are involved in working on GreenCo rating. At present, more than 56 companies have come forward and have registered for this rating. So really, companies are voluntarily coming forward and for this framework. We are receiving a very good response. And at present, as of now, 27 companies have been rated as GreenCo companies. So, sorry, 27 companies have been rated. So this also this is the list of the companies which have become GreenCo rated companies. So we'll just pause for a minute to see the companies. And then regarding okay, companies have adopted GreenCo rating, implemented GreenCo rating. What type of benefits after adopting the rating companies has achieved, and what kind of features the companies having, GreenCo rated companies having, we'll see. Like this is a cement plant, ACC Tontepavi plant, cement grinding unit, have been rated as a GreenCo silver. And how GreenCo has helped them in achieving financial benefits. Like after adopting the GreenCo, system-related improvements have been done in terms of improving the energy efficiency. So they were able to consistently reduce their specific energy consumption in terms of cement grinding, and they have able to improve their supply chain in terms of logistics, and this has resulted in the cost reduction also. And also when companies go and do beyond the fence community initiatives, there is an improved relationship with the society also. Society communities see the company as a friendly company, and then even there is an improved increase in the morale of the employees also when they work for a environment friendly company. So when we try to account for the financial benefits achieved, the ACC plant after implementing GreenCo implementation are able to achieve a lot of financial benefits. And next company is the Bangalore International Airport. This is the first company to get the GreenCo certification. This is a service sector company again. They have also improved in terms of target setting for the companies, involving employees in the energy improvement activities. And they have also identified the operational gaps during the assessment, GreenCo assessment. This has really resulted in terms of the financial benefits in terms of electricity. So they have been rated as a GreenCo silver company, and now they are focusing and towards the getting gold rating, working towards that. So when a company achieves a higher level of the rating, that is going to drive the performance of the company, because when they are aiming for higher points, then automatically the company improves its performance. There is a reduction in the resource consumptions, and then there is a cost benefit associated with it. And this is a company, it's a Hyderabad Industries Limited. It is a brick making company. It is a cement brick autoclave aerated concrete bricks making company, and they were able to achieve in terms of using the waste as a resource material, and substituting the cement by slag, and then finding alternative use of waste materials, then eliminating the fuel oil usage, then going for biomass based boilers, and then reducing the freshwater consumption, increasing the recycling rate, and then using the treated water also. They able to achieve cost savings in the water consumption, and total benefits they have achieved is more than 3 crores per year. And this is the one more company. It's ThyssenKrupp. It is an electrical steel company from the Nashik, and they were also able to achieve a lot of savings in terms of water, in terms of emission reductions, and in terms of implementing various energy and water conservation projects. So this is savings achieved. And then this is the Godrej Appliances is the GreenCo rated first company to get the GreenCo Platinum rating. So these are the features of the Godrej Appliances. They are able to reduce significantly in terms of their electrical energy consumption, and then they have consistently increased their renewable energy share, and they're also targeting to increase their renewable energy share in the next 3 years, and they consistently reduce the emissions and consistently reduction in the specific water consumptions, and they're also aiming to become water positive by 2015-16. Then they have heavily use the recycled content, increase the recycled content in their products, and then they're also targeting to become a zero hazardous waste to landfill status. And they have also efficiently 100% recycling materials with plastic and foam, thermocol. So these are the various kind of initiatives the company has done. This has enabled, them to become a platinum rated company. This is an example of one more company, L&T West Campus Powai, which is a GreenCo Gold company. They have also done, achieved a lot of things after implementation in GreenCo. So these are some of the benefits what they have achieved. They have even conducted an LCA study for their product they are making. There is the process gas boiler assembly. So we try to somewhat consolidate what are the various savings achieved by different plants into the GreenCo rating. And the savings have been, we were able to measure the savings only after a year after the implementation of the GreenCo rating. So these are some of the savings. Okay, now what we will see is like companies have we saw whoever company have come for GreenCo rating, they have been rated, and some companies were able to measure the savings, financial savings also. Now we will see before going more into the GreenCo, we will see some of the latest green trends or some of the concepts related to green, related to each GreenCo parameter. Some case studies we will see. So this will be an illustration on how companies are implementing certain best practices which has given them results, how companies are focusing on certain green aspects, and some we'll try to have some conceptual understanding of the green parameters also. So I'll try to relate each of the GreenCo parameter with some case study. Okay, so this is one example from energy efficiency point of the view. So from system point of the view, this is one example. Like a company may be having a lot of internal systems to when they're implementing their energy projects or energy conservation projects, they may have a lot of mechanisms. So this is one of the mechanisms which has been successfully developed, successfully implemented by one company. This has really helped them in improving their energy efficiency. And normally a company allocates more money after identifying the energy saving opportunities, after evaluating the process, and then proposes for the fund in the upcoming year. This usually results excuse me, this usually results in most of the time a huge time delay, time taking process where a lot of time is wasted. So for faster implementation of the project, what this company does is like it believes in upfront financial allocation at the beginning of the year itself, before identifying the projects itself. they allocate money apart from the capex projects for each department. So what they do is like they give a broad guidelines for project implementation for the payback, and then without affecting the process. So and then they allocate the money at the upfront itself. So and there is a continuous implement on the progress of the projects. So this has greatly helped this company to achieve the lowest specific energy consumption in terms of per ton of paper produced. So here, this type of mechanism has helped this company to consistently improve their energy performance. So here, what here it is different from the normal thing is like here the resources waiting for the ideas. Okay, and not the ideas are waiting for the resources. So this is the basic difference. So in terms of energy efficiency, this is one of the best practice. We have a lot of best practices like similar to this. Like companies can try implementing energy scorecards at shop floor level. They can display the energy performance of at shop floor level at a particular section. What is the energy consumed in a particular shift by an employee, and they can display. This can help the company tremendously in terms of just by displaying the number, company can able to achieve the energy consumption consistently, because in operations where a lot of manual interventions are there, this type of energy scorecard implementation also give a lot of benefits. And then linking of the energy performance with respect to KPI of the executives or employees. This also has an established system for improving the energy performance. And then benchmarking of the energy efficiency in terms of internal, either it is an internal benchmarking or it is a benchmarking within your competitors, or a benchmarking at the national or international level. This is also a good energy efficiency improvement practice. So companies should strive for benchmarking themselves with the similar players. If a comparable data is not available, then companies should go for further benchmarking within their processes, within their equipments. So the company is not able to find data for their products, they can go to the processes at process level, at equipment level, they can benchmark their efficiencies. So this type of mechanisms will help companies tremendously. Then regarding, we'll next move to the water conservation. Now coming to water conservation, there has been an increasing trend in the companies to make better use of the water, reduce, reuse, recycle to the maximum extent, and become a zero discharge plant that is not leaving any water to go out of the campus. But apart from this, companies are investing also nowadays in their facilities to capture maximum amount of the rainwater harvesting potential available within the facilities, use the rainwater within the process of the facility, and substitute the freshwater consumption. So this helps the company to tremendously manage their zero water days, reducing the risk of the company towards the availability of the water and the dependency on the water, which ultimately have everything boils down to the reduction in the cost. So, and one more interesting trend is like companies are increasingly thinking beyond the boundaries. They are trying towards becoming water positive. So they perceive water as a shared resource with the society, and they, not only they are working within their boundary, they are going beyond the boundaries in conserving and augmenting the water beyond the fence. So this helps the company to build an excellent relationship with the society. It has multiple effects, because ultimately some companies, they sell to the products to back to the society only. So if the company is able to build an excellent relationship with outside communities, then they will be a very successful company. So there is an increased focus and roadmap to become water positive, and water is a shared resource, and when companies go beyond the fence initiatives, an excellent relationship is built. This is also one of the important trends what we see with the companies. Then the third thing is the use of renewable energy. So when we come to renewable energy, we see that the top management of the companies get into strong commitment of increasing the use of renewable energy from long point of view, from business sustainable point of view. Companies even set aggressive targets, even 100% to replace the use of conventional electricity or thermal energy. Moreover, the government policies, the technological advancements, and the risks in the conventional dependency on the conventional power is also enabling the environment. And companies have increased the use of REs. They have set up their own windmills, solar power plants, or they are buying power from outside renewable energy producer. And they are also going for the on-site installations like solar power panels, or biomass-based boilers or biogas generation. They are going for solar heating or lighting. So many type of on-site installations also companies are going forward. Some of the innovative models are also existing in western and other parts of the India. Companies are going in terms of long-term contracts or agreements with the power producers also. And there are innovative business models emerging without investment, going for long-term. Some cases, even the tariff is less than the electricity board. So they're going green with the reduced energy cost. So definitely going green is means cost saving. Here, this is a perfect case for that. And then some of the units are going to replace their natural gas or diesel fired boilers. They're going with biomass gas based gasifiers, which are very efficient, and moreover they are avoiding, they're going green by going on biomass based boilers. So they are using briquettes and waste wood for biomass gasification, and then using for thermal energy applications. So this is also one of the attractive thing what companies are doing. So this also helping the companies to become more economical as well as the eco-friendly. Then when we see in terms of the waste management, we can see that companies have shown a tremendous shift in their attitudes. There is a tremendous attitudinal shift. Though the top priority is given to reduce or avoid the generation of the waste, some companies are successful in using waste as a raw material, waste as an energy, finding value in waste. So cement companies are best examples where they manage the waste of others as alternative to raw materials. They seems to be emerging as an excellent sustainable solution for treating the hazardous waste. A lot of engineering companies, steel companies, power plants are sending their waste to cement plants. Some companies, in terms of managing their waste, some companies find innovative ways or alternative use for their waste, which is getting generated in the plant, like reusing the lubricating oil or reusing the packaging material or plastics or paper. One more example which I can give is ITC, which runs a program called Wealth Out of Waste. So the basic objective of that program is to discourage the recyclable waste from going to landfills. So they call it as a WOW program. It is designed to manage the waste from the industrial, households, and civic bodies. So they are also using the waste which is getting collected from the different places, and as a raw material, that goes as a raw material to their plant for making paper also. So that is how they are turning waste into the wealth. So this is one of the latest trends what is happening in terms of waste management. And in terms of emission management, so there is an excellent opportunity for companies to go for a GHG, greenhouse gas inventorization. They can go for this inventorization, and then they can identify the opportunities, reduction opportunities. So here this is a specific case from a company called as IKEA. This is a Swedish company that designs and sells ready to assemble furniture, appliances, and home accessories. So here what we are seeing here is like by conducting a GHG inventory, scope 1, scope 2 and scope 3 emissions. So these are the 3 emission levels, scopes of inventory in greenhouse gas, and which has led them to a completely new goal. Like after estimating the scope 3 emissions, the corporate was able to come out with a new goal. So like from the figure, it is evident like their scope 3 emissions is large, and from the scope 3 emissions also the customer travel is contributes to around 56%. So from this, what we see is like they have to focus on this part and to reduce the total emissions to have a considerable impact. So this, by conducting such an inventory, and then it helps the company to set goals and identify the focus area of improvement and devise the reduction plans. So what they have done is like make at least 75% of their stores accessible to public transit. So they have set up their facilities in such locations where there is an access to public transit. So this type of doing inventory and then taking targets will definitely add to value of the company. One more example I can give is like Cisco's telepresence. This is the Cisco, after conducting a GHG inventory, found out like lot of emissions is happening. It is a service IT-based company, service sector-based company. So a lot of emission is happening due to the employee travel. So they thought why they can develop a software to have meetings instead of to reduce their business travel. This has led them a new business opportunity also. So they developed a product called as telepresence, where people can meet face to face with remote customers, suppliers, partners in a boardroom style itself, and then so it is a remarkable product. People can see clear images and then clear audio also. So this product helped, which was first identified for their own purpose, has become a very good business opportunity for them. So this is how going for GHG inventorization and then setting targets and then having reduction plans helps companies in a lot of innovative ways. And then this is an example of a packaging. Like companies are nowadays having aggressive material conservation targets. This will help in the companies reducing costs, not only costs, also the carbon footprint. So like this, Nokia saw an opportunity in revisiting their packaging of their mobile phones. You must be knowing. A study showed that 80% of the products can use 50% smaller package. So in that way, what they did is that they made the packaging material small. They made the guidebooks smaller. They made the products like charges smaller, and they used more recycled materials in their products. These kind of initiatives help them in conserving their packing materials, reducing their packing materials. Not only reducing the material, they are able to pack more products. There is a reduced weight also, and they are able to become less carbon intensive. So this is a kind of initiative when companies go for material savings, looking for newer ideas. They are able to save. They are able to have multiple benefits. Like here we can see that they were able to, by going for a compact package, around 5,000 trucks they were able to take off the road. And globally, rupees 5,500 million savings from material and transportation. So this is the kind of financial benefit the company is going to get. Next, in terms of the supply chain concept, working with suppliers, the supply chain also helps the company in improving the performance and able to get the cost benefits also. One more important thing in supply chain is green procurement. What is the procurement guidelines normally a company follows during the normal procurement. Like engaging with suppliers or in the supply chain, like giving education, the training, or conducting some kind of checks or audits, or implementing green supply chain software tools in the company. So there is a faster relationships and information flow across the supply chain. measuring the supplier performance and their efficiency and helping them to improve their efficiency also gives a lot of benefits to the company. So working in the supply chain by influencing and having a green procurement policy and working closely with the suppliers really benefits the company. So this is an emerging concept in India. A lot of companies are moving towards this concept. This is an example of Tata Motors, who wanted to reduce their supply chain footprint, worked with the suppliers in terms of collaborating with them, giving training to them, and having telling the supply chain policies to their suppliers, and they have also involved the suppliers in a lot of programs like Kaizen programs, quality enhancement programs, how to optimize the energy, how to reduce the material, and in that way they were able to reduce the lead time also. So that way company has benefited enormously in terms of financially also. So this is how companies can work in the supply chain to reduce, to have multiple benefits. It can be in terms of logistics, it can be in terms of material conservation or energy or waste, anything. So, but basically, company have to focus on supply chain. This is the objective. And the next concept is the product stewardship. This is an example from Wipro. So product stewardship is the concept where a company can work in terms of developing green products, like eliminating toxicity from their products, or they can make their products resource friendly. During use of the product, the products consume less energy, they are energy efficient, or they consume less water, or they generate less waste during the lifetime of the product, or the product can be more eco-friendly, it is recyclable or biodegradable, or they having the less impact during the use. So such kind of energy efficient design of the products, so is a responsible activity of the company. And this is an example of the Wipro, who have worked with their suppliers to make a toxin free and recyclable desktop. So they have launched this program in 2010. After working with around 37 suppliers, they have following for the restriction on hazardous substance compliance, they were able to launch this product. It's 100% toxin free and recyclable desktop. So first time in India is a kind of initiative, is a kind of product example of product stewardship initiative. So companies are going for efficient design of the products by working in the product stewardship concepts. Products can be made durable also. It is easy to repair the product, or the products are able to be easily reused or recycled, or the product is able to be upgraded. So the concept is the same. So the last concept is the life cycle assessment. So what is life cycle assessment? This concept is comparatively new, an emerging concept in India. It is being developed. So this is a very LCA's life cycle analysis is a very useful scientific tool for a company to see how their product is having impact. This is basically quantifying the environmental impact of the products, and then with that quantification, scientific quantification, we will be able to see how our products are better than other products. What is the product's footprint in terms of carbon footprint or energy footprint or water footprint, and how what is the technology, how technology is making a difference with respect to the environment impact, how different technologies are making a difference. By doing an LCA study, we can compare, and then where is the opportunity for improvement for the company. By conducting an LCA assessment, we can see, we can identify, pinpoint the area where there is an opportunity for improvement. This life cycle assessment study can be used to as a decision-making tool. It can be conducted across a plant within a boundary. It can be conducted for a product or for a process or any kind of system. But it can be done. There's a concept called as cradle to grave or cradle to gate. If it is confined within the boundary of the plants, we say cradle to gate. If it is beyond the boundary, even after the use of the product and the disposal, we call as the boundary is cradle to grave. So depending on the boundary, a company can go for the life cycle assessment. So this can act as a very good supporting or decision-making tool for the company to drive innovation, support their marketing claims. They can also focus on improving their efficiencies, environmental efficiencies. They can even go for generating the public environmental product declarations also, saying that their product is eco-friendly product. So there are multiple benefits depending upon the objective. Where a company is going for a life cycle assessment study, we can see the benefits. This is an example of a company who has done an LCA. This is a company, Interface Floor, who is making the carpet tiles. So they have conducted this LCA study. They are using this LCA since 2000. They are not only using this study to assess the finished products, but also assess the impact of the new raw materials or the processes what they introduced. And by conducting a LCA study, this is the kind of result what we get. For example, this is a life cycle assessment of a carpet type what they are making, and the result is like you can see the different stages of the material which is going through, right from the extraction and processing of the raw materials, manufacturing, transportation, customer use, and the end of the life of their product. By conducting this study, they were able to see that majority of the environmental impact, let it be energy use or let it be any other environmental impact, is happening only during the raw material extraction and processing stage. So this clearly led the company to make a decision that they have to concentrate their efforts in that stage to reduce the impact. So this is the purpose of doing such LCA studies. So what they did is that they come up with the idea. So they thought the three main ways to reduce the impact of a carpet tile are doing something in the raw material extraction or processing stage. So in that stage, if they wanted to do anything, they can reduce the amount of the yarn, or they can increase the recycled content instead of going for fresh virgin yarn, or they can find an alternative material so that they reduce the impact which is happening in the extraction and the processing stage. So this is how really LCA study helps in identifying and improving opportunities. So I try to cover what are all the benefits by adopting different green strategies and different green concepts and different parameters. How the companies have taken steps, some of the learnings we saw now. So now we will see what are the benefits for companies when they go for GreenCo rating. Like from the GreenCo perspective, what are the various type of benefits a company is going to get? Now we are saying. So GreenCo, after adopting GreenCo rating, all the three tiers of the management is going to get benefit. Either it is a top management, or it is an operational team, or at employee level also it is going to create value. So for top management, GreenCo rating is going to be an excellent framework for the organization, for the corporate-wide or company-wide goal setting and monitoring individual units, how they are performing. They will be able to compare the performance of individual facilities, how each company is performing, and how to raise the bar. This is a benefit for top management. Most importantly, it provides the green image, and also it is going to drive all the emerging concepts, like we saw the product stewardship. We understood what is life cycle assessment. We saw the working with supply chain, making greener supply chains. So driving all these emerging eco-friendly concepts will really take the company to global levels. So our company competitiveness and products will drastically improve. So this is the benefit to the top management. And also we can find a lot of synergy happening between different business units at top management level by adopting this system. So in terms of our regulation also, B has come up with a PAD program PAT program is perform, achieve, and trade is a market-based mechanism to bring the facilitate the energy efficiency in energy-intensive sectors. So this going for the green company goes for green rating. The company is driven towards achieving a world-class energy efficiency. So automatically it will fall in line with achieving the PAT norms will be very easy for the energy-intensive companies. So it is in line with the BE's PAT program. Companies which go for the GreenCo will find this very helpful. And moreover, there are a lot of stringent air emission norms which are going to come, water consumption norms. As of now, our standards are going to be revised very soon. The air emission norms, water norms, and all the disposal norms going to become more stricter. So when we are already proactively working on these concepts. So meeting these norms will become very easy. So when we become proactive and working, meeting all these regulations becomes very easy. And working in terms of product stewardship will help in reducing decreasing the toxicity in the products, and also implementing like emerging concepts like product take back, and then closing the recycling loop back into the entire life cycle chain. So these type of things, it will be very helpful. And then at operational level, GreenCo rating will help mainly in reducing the operational cost, because in every parameter, right from the energy efficiency till the waste management, we saw by driving the performance, what we are going to achieve, we are going to reduce our resource consumption, let it be water or energy or waste. So there is a definite reduction in the operational cost and company. And there is also increase in the efficiencies of the operations. So the entire monitoring system gets improved. Overall, there will be the operational team can see an increase in the competitiveness at the unit level. So this is the prime benefit. And then at the employee level, when a GreenCo will help in involving all the departments, not only the production department. We stress that the teams should involve people from different departments. It is not only the energy manager or the engineering team. We usually suggest people from all the departments, like even the HR department, the sales department, the purchase department are also involved. This greatly brings synergies and also creates a challenging environment for individuals to work on, to think on. So, and also individuals feel highly satisfied, and it will boost their morale when they feel that they are driving innovation within the company and they work for a green company. So this is the benefit at employee level. So these are the major benefits what we have seen. And coming to the GreenCo assessment process. So when a company really wants to register for this rating system, so this is the process. First, we establish a contact with the CIA Godrej GBC. Company can register for this rating by visiting our website www.greenco.in. Online they can register. It is just providing basic information, establishing the contact. And then once the company goes for the rating, CIA Green Business Center gives an advanced training program at the facility level, involving executives from right from top level and at the functional level. Basically, we involve top level to have the commitment and then to drive the system inside the company, and then to appreciate what the benefits the company is going to get. And then we give a 2-day intensive advanced training program at functional level. And once this training program is over, we give a detailed, we seek the documentation and submission. We give a questionnaire also for companies to help them to see what type of documents and data is required from the company for the assessment. And then once the company submits the data to us, we do a pre-assessment by our team. And once the pre-assessment is over, that is, we see that whatever the data has been given to the company, whether it is adequate or any additional information is required. Then mutually we conduct a site visit assessment after mutual agreement, CIA professionals as well as independent external experts will conduct a site visit assessment, and then basically this is to suggest this site visit assessment is basically to verify and validate the data, and then to have the discussion, the presentation on to see where the company is at present, what is the performance, what can be the improvement for opportunities, and what are the best practices that can be implemented. So this type of suggestions are given during the site visit assessment. And then once the assessment is over, the submission report will be submitted to the assessor panel, and the rating will be awarded to the company. And once the company is rated, a feedback report will also be submitted to the company indicating the opportunities for improvement. And this will basically highlight what the company is performing at present, what are the best practices, what is the gap, and what are the further opportunities of improvement need to be done at the various areas. Also, there will be an annual review by an assessor from CII to revalidate the rating, and then also guide the company consistently towards the improvement to see what the company has been progressed, and then to see what further improvement can be done. So an annual review will be there, and this rating will be valid for 3 years, because we have kept it 3 years, because once in 3 years the operational performance of companies will start differing. It will change. So after 3 years, the company has to go again for the rating again. But within these 3 years, if the company has done some significant improvement in between, the company can go for reassessment in between also. But overall, the rating is valid for 3 years. The company will also be given a feedback report. Will also be given a feedback report. So each parameter where the company is standing, there will be a clear indication, and what is the best performing, where is the best performing plant. So company will be able to identify what is their position, how far, where is the best performing plant, and how far a company has to achieve. So this is a really value-adding indication. The company, and as more and more companies join the system, this feedback report can become sector specific also. So there is much more value addition. So overall, we saw what is the GreenCo rating. So how companies are, how it is going to drive the business performance. So so overall, this is the benefit for the company when it goes. So in short, it is an excellent framework for the companies to reduce the cost. It is an excellent approach towards the becoming a world-class green plant, and is giving an image. So these things we saw earlier. So these are some of the companies which were awarded this year during the GreenCo Summit. Total 17 companies were awarded in Chennai during the GreenCo Summit in 2014, and in 2013 9 companies were awarded. At present 27 companies are GreenCo rated. So this is for recognizing the company in a public forum. During the flagship event of the CII, this award will be given to the companies who go for the rating every year. So this ends my presentation. If you want more information about the GreenCo rating, we can definitely send you the soft copy of the reference guide if you want to have more detailed insight. And surely you can also contact us for if any further information is required. But before ending this presentation, I would just like to first have questions from all of you. You can please type in your questions in the question box. So I will try to answer one by one for each of your question, and then we will. And before the questions, I would like to play a small video for you on the GreenCo rating, and then you can start typing your questions. So I'm waiting for your questions now. So meantime, I will play the video. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry. So I just now I am waiting for the questions. I request participants to please ask me questions if they have anything. So I will try to answer those questions one by one. Also, I would like to invite the participants. We are also running an online e-forum where we the members and send weekly emails to the members. We try to share information on the green practices, best practices on the various GreenCo rated companies and as well as the other companies. So I'll be delighted. Yeah, I'm inviting you to be a part of this group also. Also, CII is starting forums at different cities. Like we have already GreenCo for started GreenCo forum at Chennai, Pune, and Mumbai. We are also soon starting such forums in Delhi, Kolkata, and Bangalore. So basically, to spread the green practices, to take people for industrial missions, and to learn and share from each other. So I'll also welcome you all to join those forums at the respective cities. So I would request the participants to ask questions. Okay, this is a question from Mr. Srinivas Rao, Mr. P. Srinivas Rao. He wants more clarity on the product stewardship. Sir, regarding the product stewardship, it is how stewardship means it is a responsibility. It is how a company is taking care or responsible for its products. It can be, it has many dimensions. Like it can be thought of as depends upon the nature of the product and services what you're providing. It can be thought of if you're having some toxic substances in your products, you can think of product stewardship as reducing toxicity in your product or in your process. Or it can be thought of if your product is consuming a lot of resource during the use phase, you can consider product stewardship as an initiative how you are reducing you are making your product energy efficient or efficient by design so that it uses less resources during the use phase. Like this, the product stewardship has several aspects. More detailed information if you want, I can send you by email. I will share my email ID with you. You can just email me. I will share more details. There is a complete 350-page reference guide also for the GreenCo guidelines. You can also refer our reference guideline for more detailed insight into the concept. Next question. This question is from Krishnanand Maminkure, Mr. Krishnanand Maminkure. In engineering, procurement, and construction sector, how could you share your experiences with respect to GreenCo rating? Sir, in engineering, procurement, and construction sector, if you are saying from the project perspective, we have not yet rated any company from that sector as of now. But of course, we have rated companies from engineering sector. We can have an insight on that. But with respect to project-based companies, you have the opportunity to become the first company to be GreenCo rated with respect to EPC sector. So if things we can have a more detailed discussion with respect to your own sector, if I'm right. One more question from him is like, you have shown the tires photo how it is reused. Please share more details on ITC waste of wealth. Sir, sir, ITC wealth from the waste program is available online in the ITC portal itself. On the sustainability column, they have given a lot of details on this whatever program they are running, so you can easily go through and have more information on that. So Mr. Sudhir Brole, he is asking about how much is the assessment cost for any organization. Sir, this assessment cost, this GreenCo rating is for an organization at facility level. So depending upon the turnover of a particular facility, the assessment cost is based. So this assessment cost will cover the entire thing, right from doing the training program, then conducting handholding visits, then the on-site site visit assessment, and as well as the awarding the rating as well as the award. So depending on the turnover of the company, the fee is being structured. So I can send you the fee details if you want. So if it has been categorized into small companies, medium companies, large medium companies, and large companies. If a company is more than 1,000 crores, it is considered as a very large company. So maximum fees is 8 lakhs. So the fees is ranging from 1 lakh to the small company to the maximum of 8 lakhs. So if you want specific information, I can send you, sir. Sir, a question from Mr. D. Gopinath. Is this rating applicable only for the green building? Sir, initially I started this presentation with this clarity only, like this is not applicable. This is not a green building rating. Green building rating is a different concept. This rating is from the company perspective, from a unit level or facility level. It is more into operational, it has a more orientation towards the company's operations, how a company is driven towards becoming more green in terms of their operations, day-to-day activities, and it doesn't have any thing. Of course, green building has a minor role to play in one of the parameters. Like suppose a company is having a green building within their unit, means they will be eligible for more points. But definitely, green company rating system is a very broad concept. It involved comprehensive. It is a comprehensive framework involving 10 different parameters. It is different for than buildings. Of course, it can be applicable to service sector companies on operational perspective also. Like for an airport, they have gone for the green company rating system. We see how efficient the airport is in terms of energy efficiency, how they are monitoring their energy efficiency, what kind of teams they have, what is their commitment. So those type of, and how they have reduced their specific energy consumption per passenger or per square feet of the building area. So all the operational parameters are dealt with objectively. This is the question from Mr. Manjunatha Reddy. He says, hi Arun, thanks for the information on GreenCo ratings. Myself, my question is, if the company is certified under gold category this year, next year he can go for higher certification or need to wait for another 3 years? Yes, sir. A company, if it's already gold certified, if they want to achieve the next level, platinum level, they need not wait for the 3 years. But whatever the gap they have, what has been identified, they have to improve the performance in between. So if a company feels that it has improved, it has implemented projects or improved their systems, and they will be able to achieve the higher score for that next level, means they can apply in between also. They need not wait for 3 more years. Mr. Venkateshan has asked me, how much time is taken to implement GreenCo concept? Ours is a medium-sized company. Sir, our experience is like for a medium-sized company, if it is an engineering company or any company, it is taking on average short